Week 3 of the Echaquan Commission, and healthcare workers are still filing into the Trois-Rivières courthouse to testify, except they're now flanked by privately hired bodyguards. Joliet Hospital's response to the recent death threats received from sources unknown.
The family is very exposed by this, of course. I mean, their life is being exposed publicly.
The Echaquan family's lawyer says it's frustrating. They've also been threatened, but were not offered additional protection as the hearings continue.
So when the family sees, on the other hand, that there is a very impressive security dispositif on the personnel of the hospital and the protection of their identity and everything, it's obvious that they also feel that they should receive the same amount of protection in this context.
With the testimony of at least 10 healthcare workers now on record, Coroner Atikamek's work is cut out for her. Since the beginning of the commission, she's made at least 14 requests for additional information to fill in gaps in their testimony. Here's what we know so far. Last week, the nurses at Joyce's bedside in late September denied the hospital's problems with racism and neglect. This week, we're hearing the opposite. On Tuesday, a nurse claimed she overheard Joyce's care staff saying, now that she's dead, we'll finally have peace. On Wednesday, another nurse claimed he went over his supervisor's head to get help for Joyce because she was being neglected. In his own words, I bypassed to save a life. His supervisor, who testified just afterwards, denies it. Today, we heard from a chief nurse at Joliet, who says the racial remarks leveled at Joyce were unacceptable, but the cold approach used is typical in a crisis situation. It's not okay, but sometimes we don't have the choice, she said. As a follow-up, someone asked what more could have been done to save Joyce's life. She couldn't answer the question. Next up to testify are pharmacists, pathologists, and toxicologists, no doubt to return to the point of Joyce's alleged narcotic and cannabis abuse and whether the combination of the two could have worsened her condition or possibly contributed to her death last September. We'll be following the story and we'll bring you a roundup of the week's events tomorrow. Lindsay Richardson, APTN National News, Trois-Rivières, Quebec.